Welcome to the Practical Entrepreneur Show. This is episode 25 with Eddie Bustos. Eddie created Premier Studio LA, a at-your-door barbershop service. Today, we are going to explore Eddie's journey as a young entrepreneur, the lessons that humbled him yet bolstered his determination to succeed, and the artistry of hair. Sit back and enjoy the show.
So my name is Eddie Bustos, and I'm Mexican. I've been here my whole life, and I honestly didn't even know what I was gonna be, bro. Like I was bad in school. Like I was just like when I was in high school, I always thought to myself, like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna work? Am I gonna do anything? Like, I didn't even know I was gonna work, bro. Like, I was just that guy, always in trouble. And then like this thing, honestly, to be honest with you, like this thing saved my life. In the sense of like it got me out of the streets, and it just got me to like learn discipline and just I don't know, I guess just go deal with life, But before this, I went into actually, let me tell you something what changed my life, bro. So, and this is one of my boys that I will never forget. I don't talk to him no more, but I always talk about him to give him because he was the one that got me to like, I guess, find myself. So I was in summer vacation, and he used to deliver papers and stuff.
Okay.
And he told me like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I don't know. And he's like, "What do you like?" And the cool thing about him, he didn't push me to. There was no right answer or no wrong answer. I said the first thing I said was I like surround sounds. I like systems in my cars. And as crazy and dumb as that sounds, that meant a lot. Because he told me, why don't you go install stereos? And I was like, I can't do that. Like, I can't just go in and... He's like, just go in somewhere. And we were passing through this little stereo shop by where we used to live. He's like, go in there and ask if they can teach you, or just go in and be like, can I work here for free? And at the time, I was like, why would I do that? And a week later, I was just like, I wasn't doing nothing. I was in summer vacation. I wasn't doing nothing. So then I went in there. And I was like, hey, are you guys hiring? Like, I'm willing to work for free just to learn, hang out around. Bro, like, that thing changed my life. Like, I was there, but they would buy me food. They would just give me lunch. But I was doing something productive with my life I believe I was 17 years old. And then, that shit changed my... I'm sorry, I don't need to cuss, but no. That shit changed my life. Like, it was crazy. I started installing stereos. I learned how to install stereos. I started installing stereos at my house for my friends. So I started making money. So you see, the thing is, I didn't realize it, but sometimes you gotta do stuff for free for lessons. I got more than money. They didn't pay me with money, but I got knowledge of the business, and I was making my own business at my house. And after that, there was a barbershop literally in the same block, bro. San Fernando Road and Astoria Street in San Fernando.
Okay.
And then that guy would cut my hair, and I would tell him, hey, bro, like teach me how to cut hair. And he was like, you're not serious. So we're just going back and forth like that for like a year. And then one time I'm like, I think I want to cut hair. That's when I started cutting my own hair. And then he told me, all right, get a list and buy all these things, and I'll teach you how to cut hair. Bro, that list added up to like 1,000 something. And I didn't have money. So I was like, I started saving up, buying little things. So when I finally got that list down, I'm like, yo, I'm ready, bro. Bro, he took me under his wing. He gave me a chair. He trusted me. I don't know. Like, it was just cool. And then he had me like next to him, watching him learning, and I was like, this thing looks too hard. It's too confusing. And for a moment, I was like, yo, I can't do this shit. This ain't for me. So then I told him, like, can I do it? Let me try it. Like, I'll bring my friends. So I started bringing my friends for $5. And I would just give him the $5. So I was still making no money. But I was investing in myself. So he would teach me on my friends. That way, if I fuck up my friend's hair, the client won't get mad, It's a free haircut for them. But anyways, bro, like, so 3 months in, I was cutting hair. Of just messing up my friends, messing them up. 3 months in, he let me take a regular walk-in. 3 months in, bro.
It's a long time.
That's,
Actually, that's not a long time. That's actually pretty quick.
That's quick.
It's
that's
pretty quick.
Because to work at a shop, you got to get certified.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he was kind of hooking me up. And I mean, I was still messing up, but I was good. Excuse me, I was good. But yeah, that's how I started getting into cutting hair. And then after that, it's history. I'm here now.
Nice.
It's crazy. It's just...
What's interesting is that when I hear your story, I remember there was another guest. His name was Kenny. The same thing, and we become pretty good friends after our podcast. And that's what he did. He would go to shops. He learned He learned how to tint windows on his own. He went to a stereo shop just like you, and he goes, "Can I just work here? I'll clean your tools, do whatever." And and they would pay him food. They would pay him a little bit. But then he started noticing that people were contacting him, and then he was doing stuff at his house, very similar to you.
Yeah.
And what's interesting how old are you?
I just turned 25 last month.
That's good. I'm glad that you're young and you have that mindset. Now I don't know if it's because we're just Latinos and we work hard and that's just the only thing we know, but there's a lot of people that don't think that way. They think like they don't want to do the free work.
Yeah. That's true.
And you're here telling me you're 25 years old and you're doing it. I mean, that's pretty good. When I was 25 years, I was not doing what you're doing. I was not doing that. So, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that, aren't willing to do the work. But that's honestly what's necessary. And you did it twice. You did it to the stereo shop and at the barbershop.
And then I still do it.
Nice. Now, when you got into, cutting hair, what's kind of kept you cutting hair, doing this, because it's very repetitive.
Yeah.
So what keeps you kind of like still engaged in cutting hair?
I believe I love the art, the craft on it. Like I just love it. I fell in love with cutting hair.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, money's involved too,
Yes.
like I love money. But something about it makes me feel like I'm not working. And there was a time where I felt like I didn't even want to cut hair no more. Actually, when I owned my barbershop, when I owned my shop, and then also too when I was at a shop, when the barbers were just negative, and they didn't have an open mind. Like anything that would be, like let's say like barber battles coming up or like something different. The shops that I worked at were always like, "Nah, you don't need that. That's for barbers that don't got that don't make money or something." So I kind of never went to stuff like that because I was in that environment.
Okay.
So once I moved out of I was feeling bad at a shop. I moved to another one, bro. And every time I moved, it was for a better place. For just everything changed. So I kind of learned to get away from people, and that kept me going. And then when I opened my shop, I fell in love with it more because I was making more money. And I was the owner. But then comes overhead and all this. So then, and to be honest, I lost it for a little bit. And I like to admit my wrongs. I fell off as a barber. When I had my own shop, I was at a level where I was killing it. I was making in the valley the most you could make as a barber. And I literally fell off. Because I did another business and I got into that business. And I forgot about cutting hair. And money got to my head and it's cool because that's a lesson for me.
Yeah.
And then that's why I did this. That's why I put all my chips in this thing. Because this is what got me out of the place where I was. Not another business. Yeah, money was better at the other business, but that business was not as secure as this, and it didn't make me. You know what I'm saying? I kind of lost myself. I lost it, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm making more money there. And then, when I lost all my clients, that's when I realized, like, yo, I fucked up.
Oh, wow.
I fucked up. But you know what I did? I hope I did. I built this van. I built this van with I'm gonna say 10 solid clients at the most, bro. That was like at 35 a haircut. That's not a lot.
It's not.
It's not. And I still built this thing because I believed in myself. I did it once and I'm gonna do it again. And then yeah, after that, I mean it's all love for the craft. Like I love cutting hair.
Nice.
I love it. And now that I have this and that I'm back on it and I'm getting back to the top, like I feel even more in love with it. Because this is my second time building my clientele. And you know what? It's even better. Because my clients are better, my clients are more positive. They're different clientele, you know, they're just different. You know?
Got it.
And the ones that stuck with me, I show them love. Like, because this is weird because some been through me since the first shot.
Wow.
So
How long ago was that?
I want to say like 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
That's a long time.
And it's like I got one solid client that I met at the first shop where I started taking barbering serious, and he's still there, bro. As barbers, I feel like we put clients through some shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta, cause as barbers we're humans, bro. Money gets to us. We start getting busy. We start, you know, everything you could think of, bro. Everything you could think of, you know. And I like to admit it, cause you know it happened to me. Now I'm more like I take care of my clients more now, because I know at the end of the day, yeah, I lose one. Back then I would be like, oh, you don't want to cut your hair with me no more? That's fine. I got another one lined up. But then it's like, yo, like that guy supported you, bro. Like take care of your guy, bro. You know. But it took me to fall in my ass to realize that,
And to lose your customers, right?
To lose my customers. But it's cool. It's a lesson. Some
Yeah,
things you learn the hard way, and then it's good because it makes you stronger.
That's a very. I mean, you're 25 years old and you experienced this already. That's a blessing. So you've experienced the high, right? Like, and then you lost it, and then you're kind of like feels like you're doing it all over again, right?
And it was horrible. Last year was horrible to me. Horrible, bro. When I was getting this thing built, I had 10 clients. So this thing was getting built, so I couldn't get the new clients. So I was at a shop, I was at another shop, and I was just like I mean, I kept it to myself, but I was eating shit. I swear to you, bro, I screenshotted my bank account, not when it was popping, when it was down. And it was I talk to myself sometimes like I'm a little crazy, like I'm weird. So I screenshot it and I was gonna post it, just because people always assume that I'm happy, that I'm doing good. And I was gonna post it and write a whole paragraph, but then I'm like, you know what? I don't gotta explain myself to nobody. But that $2 in my account, I swear to God, $2. I still have that screenshot, bro. I had $2 in my bank account for a whole year, and it went down. I swear, I would put money in there, and then I would have to pay stuff. It's been from $2, no more than $2, from $2 to 25, 28 cents all year. I swear, bro, that thing killed me. It killed me. And I was just like, yo, like, I was stressing. I was like, fuck. Like, it's been so long since I had that little bit of money in my account. Because I've always worked so hard to have money. Like, this year kicked my ass. Last year kicked my ass hard. And I was like, I don't know how I got through it, to be honest. I don't know how I got through it. But I'm here now, and I'm getting back on my feet.
Wow. I mean, you know what, though? I'm a big believer of you have to hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Rock bottom is probably the best place anyone can start, because it really teaches you a lot about yourself. You're like, all right, this is the lowest that I can go. This is the worst.
Yeah.
Anything else is an improvement.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and you have to taste that, right? I experienced that, I think, at your age. I was about 25. I hit rock bottom, and best thing that could ever happen to me. Those lessons, right? You always have to take them as lessons. And I like that you don't get down on your mistakes, on your past errors. You take them as a lesson, because that's what they are.
Embrace them, bro.
It's the best school.
I embrace them, yeah. And I tell that to a lot of people that I talk to. I'm like, bro, like, take care of your shit. But the thing, bro, that's one of those things that you can't help people with. You have to let people fall on their ass.
Yeah, they
to
have
realize,
to.
Unfortunately, bro, you're gonna have to fall on your ass. Like you have to, because if I tell this guy, like, hey, bro, take care of your clients. I lost all my clients. He's gonna be like, yeah, well, that's your fault. Realistically, he's gonna tell me that's your fault. But realistically, he's making the same mistake because he's taking his clients for granted. But you can't win that conversation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't. So he's gonna have to go through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he wants to be successful, at least.
That's true. People have to experience it themselves to be able to appreciate their clients and being successful. It's just part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Now that you have this, which is probably one of the best things I've ever seen as being convenience for a haircut, do you see yourself only cutting hair through here, or is the barbershop something that you're still going to be doing?
To be honest, I love cutting hair, and I said that I'm going to cut hair till I'm 50 or 80 or whatever, but that's not going to be my only income. But I just want to cut to live day by day with, you get me? Like I don't want this to be my mainstream. Eventually, like, I want to have a real mainstream, like a bigger one. But I think I would probably do this because I'm not the type to take vacations or just not work, So, like, let's say, let's say I got enough money in my account to chill.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would still do this. Just maybe 2 cuts a day, just so I can feel like I'm still out here.
Okay.
But I think, I want to.
Okay. Because you said this is an art.
Yeah.
That's how you feel that it's an art. So as soon as you said that, I was like, okay, I get it now. People who cut hair, it's not a job. It's their form of art.
Yeah.
Like when your customer leaves, and that customer feels a certain way, they post up pictures, like that picture is almost like your Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that how you can never get tired of it. Now, this is a very barber specific question. Since you've been cutting hair, one, what is the most consistent haircut you've seen? And two, what are your thoughts on the man bun?
Consistent haircut as in how?
Like because we go through phases, right? We go through phases, right?
Yeah.
Like people have like a taper, a lineup, a fade, the man bun, all kinds. Which haircut style has been consistent since you've been cutting hair? Like you've always seen.
Since I've been cutting hair, I want to say a taper with the long hair.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can switch it up. Because when I started, maybe different styles, but it's the same concept. Like, because when I started, it was nothing but fades. 3 and a fade, 3 and a fade, taper, 3 and a taper. And that went out the window once, once Poly D started coming out, everybody had the long hair with the taper. And that was in for a while. And now it's in too, but different. Now it's taper with the comb over, you know? So I think long hair with taper.
Okay.
Is the most consistent. And then they taper and then slick it back. You can do so much with that.
Yes, you can.
I think that's the most consistent. Man buns, well, I think, they're cool. They're
I had one.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to let my hair go out. I have hair, so I'm just going to let my hair go out. And it looked okay, but the only thing that, there's 2 things that made me stop doing it. One, I started realizing when women put their hair in a bun, that's them saying, I don't want to do my hair.
Yeah.
So they were just like, this is me being lazy, and I'm putting my hair in a bun.
Yeah, it's definitely people being lazy. 100%.
Right?
100%.
That was just like, 100%. All right. So literally my haircut is about me being fucking lazy. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm done. 2, I just started seeing too many people having it. And then I just saw, it was an older guy who had it. He was like in his 50s. And I'm like, I'm done.
That's
like
it.
the next haircut, I was like, it's over. Like, I'm no longer doing it. So that was my take on the man bun. But the one that really put it over is when I started realizing that women, when they were wearing buns, they're just
lazy.
Them lazy. Yeah. Not wanting to do that.
That's true. Because you just want to come in, get a fade, and just put in a bun, and that's it.
Yeah.
because the most of the I mean, it's not that they don't have money either, because some people with long hair have money.
Yeah.
They just don't cut their hair because they don't give a shit about nothing.
Yeah,
I swear
true.
to God, I've gotten guys that, and I mean, at least for the most part, every barber doesn't want to touch this guy's hair. He comes in once a year, and you always get him around Christmas time. Long hair, you know, talking about like, give me a 2 on the sides with a 5 and then a taper. Like, bro, you know how long that's gonna take? But anyways, you talk to him and you're like, oh, why haven't you cut your hair? You think they'd be like, oh, I haven't had time, or I just let it grow because I wanted to. You know, I respect that a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're like, I just don't want to do it. They say that straight up, and I'm like, you want to do it? Like,
Wow.
I'm like, all right.
Like,
And
okay.
then I'm like, I guess I'll see you next year, right? He's like, yep. I'm like, wow, what the hell? I'm like, it's cool though, but yeah. Long hair means definitely they don't give a damn about nothing, bro.
Wow. I mean, as people, man, I didn't start going to a barber until I was 19 years old. My parents used to cut my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I never knew my hair was long and curly because I always had it a 2 even. And then I think when I got to high school, I started fading my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then my first year in college in the Valley in Northridge, I was a barber on Lindley and Sherman Way. Lindley and Sherman Way.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Valley Barbershop. I went there and I hadn't cut my hair in a long time. So I was just like, can I just get a fade? And they're like, okay. I go, anything on the top? I go, no, just leave the top. And then I got home and I put gel in my hair. And I'm like, what's this? Like, I got long hair and it's curly and wavy. I was like, and since then, I was like, I've always had pretty longer hair on top.
Yeah.
I let my hair grow out before. I had braids. I had the whole 9. But there's nothing. My favorite haircut has probably had to be the taper. Skin taper, a little bit higher. The only thing, it doesn't last that long.
Yeah, that's the bad part. But it looks good though.
Oh, it looks clean.
First 2 days.
Yeah, it looks clean for about a week, and after that, it's like, all right. But what if I, depending on like my schedule, then I have to get a fade, which I have now. So away from me, now back to you. As now that you got this, you said you have another, you want to have multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
What other streams of income do you think you'll get into besides cutting hair?
Oh, to be honest, I like to invest not for fun, but I like to invest in things that I like, that I enjoy. So I'm mostly investing in myself or stuff that I need. Like, I don't know, like I want to kind of get into like, one example is wrapping cars.
Oh, okay.
And what I do is, it's not, at first it doesn't start for the money, but I know there's money in it.
Yes.
So I have cars, I like stuff like that.
Okay.
So I want to wrap my cars, and then from there, like, I want to wrap other cars. Because I have people that would, I don't know, I have a lot of people that just trust me. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm going to start wrapping cars. You down, let me practice on yours? And it's always the same thing. I always work for free. That's what I told you earlier. I still do it. I love it because I just love the process of it. Because I start messing around with it, and I just know that if I do it, I'll be good at it.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's important that you have to love the process because, sitting in here and you see the glasses, the light, and the vodka. It's fancy, right? It's a little fancy. But the fact that you just literally said, "I love the process," is super important because the process is what helps you get this.
The process makes this taste so much better, bro.
Oh, yes.
Bro, it's like working on a hot day cutting grass. You get home to a Modelo. That's gonna taste good.
Oh, it's gonna be the best
It's gonna
Modelo
taste
ever.
bomb.
Yes, yeah,
You know?
I agree 100%.
So all last year, I ate shit. So when I go cutting this thing, it feels good, man. I love it.
That's awesome.
It feels great. It feels like I earned that shit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for I keep cussing, but I just
No,
talk,
it is what it is. I mean, I put in a little sign on the thing.
Yeah?
You're fine. Yeah, you're good.
Sorry about that.
So, no, it's like you said. The process makes it taste better.
Yeah,
And
to me it tastes way better.
You couldn't have said it any better. Now, one question that I always ask guests, because it's always kind of sometimes ignored in like society. How have you addressed your health insurance needs as in or as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner?
I don't even have that. And I don't know. I never had that.
Okay.
You know, I want to look into it like for real, but I just haven't had. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Well, you're 25, so
Yeah.
it makes sense that you don't think about that stuff. But I think it's something that you should look into. Reason is because if you do get sick,
Yeah.
I mean, no one's gonna,
Yeah.
take
That's the
over.
bad part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. That's what I really need to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, that's what you have me.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
I can help you.
yeah.
I can help you with that part. But a lot of business owners, the male business owners that I've talked to kind of had your same reaction, like, oh yeah, like I just never thought about it. The older ones are like, no, I make sure that I'm taken care of, my employees are taken care of, or they're dependent on a spouse, where the spouse
Yeah.
works and they get it to their job and they get it that way. So,
Yeah.
everyone's different, but I just know it's important because if you get sick or something happens to you, you need to have some protection to make sure that you can get better, and then two, your business and your assets are protected.
Yeah.
So, aside from getting away from health insurance, when you're not cutting hair, what is Eddie doing to relax?
Just chilling, just hanging out. When I'm not cutting hair, I don't know. Either I'm trying to work or something, man. I can't relax. Like I've taken days off, and it's cool. At first, it's cool. Once it hits like 2-3 p.m., I'm like, yo, my day's about to end, and I didn't make no money today. Like, I gotta do something. Like, I don't know.
Getting back to where you once were. Things were going rough last year.
Yeah,
What kept you going?
my son. That's it. My son, man.
It's
Yeah.
pretty. That answered that question.
Yeah.
I mean, because I know for myself, I don't think I'm ever satisfied with anything. I have a chip on my shoulder, so I always keep going.
Yeah.
So I don't have any children yet, but I've heard that, like, oh, my family.
Yeah.
What is it that your son that kind of, what was it that, like, is it that you didn't want to disappoint him? You wanted to take care of him, provide a better life? What was it that?
I think it was like I couldn't let him down. Like, as soon as he came into this world, like, I became a better person.
Okay.
Because when I knew I was having a son, that's when I opened my first barbershop. So I always knew I had potential to just make. I knew I've always made money, right? But when I found out I was having a son, that thing made me just be like, whoa, I gotta do something. And I opened my first shop.
Okay.
But what he kept me pushing last year was I couldn't let that down. I couldn't fail my son, because my goal is to give him not just a better life, just more opportunities than what I had.
Okay.
And that's it. That's what I'm doing.
Nice.
And my parents, well, my mom,
Okay.
my stepfather too. I gotta look out for them too. So.
Do you think they played a role in your work ethic?
Work ethic, I don't think so. Support, my mom, 100%.
Okay.
And you know what's crazy? On my way over here, I was thinking about that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you something that kind of bugs me about myself. I've grew up not like hating my mom. That's too far.
Yeah.
Just like, yo, why didn't you, like, I've had friends that they're kind of set,
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, like, how come you couldn't, like, plant a little something for us, Like, we literally have nothing, bro. Like we don't own a house. Like and sometimes it gets to me, but today, I swear to God, this happened today. I realized something, and I talk to myself sometimes. I talk to, like, as weird as it sounds, I talk to God, like, by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I keep that to myself. But I'm thankful for her support. She gave me more than money. She gave me more than a home. Like she's honestly the reason why I'm strong, and because we didn't have all that, that's why I'm doing all this.
Got it.
And she supported me whatever she could. Like she held it down for me 150% throughout my barbering thing. Cause she didn't even realize what I was. Me and her, we didn't have a clue this was gonna happen, bro. You know, it's not like I said, Mom, like, look, I'm gonna make this. No, it was just like, I'm gonna cut hair. You know, just,
Yeah.
So other parents would have been like, go do something better, go make some money, you know. And in the footsteps I was in, I think she was just happy that I was doing something good, decent, you know. And she always, like, I don't know, she just supported me, like, hard. Like, on one, she still did. I left barbering one time, and I stopped cutting hair for like a month or two, and I went back to, I was a janitor.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was like, nope. I'm gonna give this thing 100% again. I'm gonna try it. But twice she hooked me up, like, I didn't have money. I was like, I'm gonna go back to cutting hair. I need a blow dryer, I need scissors. Bro, she went and bought me the scissors and blow dryer. Like no questions asked. And I was like, at the time I didn't think much of it, so now I'm like, oh, like, damn.
Yeah.
That's love. Cause some parents, unfortunately, bro, don't show that much love to their kids. And it's not always about money, it's about support.
Yeah.
And in that part with my mom, I'm like rich, man. To this day.
That's pretty dope. And you just realized that today.
I realized it, but I realized that support was worth 10 times more than her having a home for us, her having a house for us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've always known that. Just today I was like, you know what? Like, why have I always said, like, my mom didn't leave us anything?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And now today it's like, yo, you know what? I check myself, bro. Sometimes I check myself. I'm like, hey, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
like,
we get like,
you know what I'm
because we
saying?
don't understand though. Because we see other people,
Yeah.
we think that the grass is greener on the other side, right? But you realize, and I realized it a long time ago for myself, is that the stuff that I didn't have, that's the blessing.
Yeah, because...
You know, because you're hungry.
Yes.
You're forever hungry.
That's exactly why...
You never settle. You're just like, it just keeps you going. Because if you had it easy, if you had the home, things could have been different.
Yeah.
You don't know what the outcome would have been. You know what the outcome is today based off what your past was.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes as young people we don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know, it is until we get older and we get wiser, and then we're like, oh, okay, now I know why that happened. Now I know why I went through this. So well, that's good. And you're still 25 years old. You have like another like.
I feel older than that, I swear, man.
You've been through a lot. I mean, your experiences is something like someone in their mid-30s has gone through. So, I mean...
I feel 30, man. I'm tired. I'm like, man.
Business will do that to you. It'll eat you.
And it's crazy because I didn't plan to be a businessman. Like, it just came naturally. Like, I guess it's in me, but I try to stop. I try to just do one. Like I said, I try to be a janitor. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just work a regular job, and a check is guaranteed and by the end of the week. That's the easy life. I didn't want these. I want more.
Yeah.
I want more.
You want to be able to be in control.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite, I would say, I don't want to say street vendor, but what's your favorite food?
Man, I love food. I don't know. Everything. Tacos. Yeah.
All right, tacos is one.
Tacos.
What's the second favorite dish?
Like, if I was a go-to dish, like on a special occasion type of thing, that I would just be like my favorite. I think I'll go get like some steak. Now I can get some steak.
Can I get some
I
steak?
tasted some steak. But like, if it's like just Mexican food. Yeah, Mexican food.
I know here in this where we're at, like not in this van, but like in this city, The street taco game is on fire. Like, just, I mean, that's probably my favorite. Like, that's my go-to. You know,
Tacos are the best.
Yeah,
Go
like,
to.
go
Friday
to.
nights.
Oh, I know, man. And in the valley, I know they're all over.
Oh yeah,
they're all over. I lived in Reseda for years, and I lived in Glendale, so I know that game pretty well. Now that you're 25 years old. I mean, normally my guests are in their mid 30s. Very rarely do I get anyone very young, but experience. What have you? Now that you've experienced quite a bit and you feel a lot older. If you were able to talk to yourself or give yourself any piece of advice when you were 19, what do you think Eddie would tell 25-year-old Eddie would tell 19-year-old Eddie?
I don't think I would try to prevent anything because everything that has happened to me, I appreciate it. All the bads and all the lessons and the blessings, they come together. So if there's one thing I would say is not to prevent anything, I would just say, man, chase your dreams. That's it. Like, you gotta go through the bad. Like, that's it. Just chase your dreams. Do what you want. That's what I would tell myself.
Nice. Cool, man. Well, thanks, Eddie, for coming out here, sitting down here, and sharing your story. I mean, there's a lot of people that can learn from you. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm hearing this, I'm like, wow, you're 25 years old, and you're willing to work for free, and this is what working for free kind of gets you. You know,
you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I think young people can benefit from that, and also people who are older and kind of feel a little more entitled, right? Like, I should get paid this certain amount. I
have a buddy like that, man. I personally, I love to help people. Like, I love to help. That's why I came with you, bro. Because I didn't even know you, And I was like, you know what? I saw your page, and I saw one video, and then I'm like, oh, that's pretty positive. But I love to help people that love to get help. A lot of people just want stuff, not help. They want, there's no recipe to success.
There isn't.
Like, I can give you a recipe. That's a messed up thing too, though. I'll give you a recipe right now, or anybody, I'll give somebody a recipe, and it still be like, no, I don't want to add this into it. I don't want to do this. Like, and that's the recipe. What am I gonna do? And I had a buddy, like, I try to help him, bro. I try to help everybody I can. By, like, I'm like, bro, invest in yourself. I tell it to everybody because it worked for me, and I was like, who better to invest in yourself? Like, find something you love. Like, he's like, no, I'm gonna just invest in stocks. I'm like, bro, like, I'm giving you, like, the recipe.
Yeah.
I know how people want the recipe, like
we need the secret sauce, man.
Yeah, bro, and it's like, no, man.
Wow.
And bro, this brings me to what you just said. So I told him, I'm like, look, because he was at my house and there was a gardener down the street.
Yeah.
Or a car wash, I think. And I'm like, look, bro, see that gardener right there? Or the car wash guy, either one, right? If you fire him today, I don't need a car wash no more. This guy's gonna go to your neighbor, be like, yo, you need a car wash. That's the hustle. That's a self-employed hustle that never loses. Because you never lose if you do it on you. He's like, no, I'm gonna just do stocks, bro. I'm like, bro, all right, bro, you know what? It's cool. Do your stocks. You know what I'm saying? And he asks me for advice, and I'm like, I'm giving you advice. You don't want to take it. And it's like, it's just insane to me. A lot of people want success, but they don't want to, like, work for it. They don't want to work for it. Like, they don't
want to work for free.
They don't want to work for free. I told him, like, hey, look, what did I tell him? I told him, let's start a business together. Oh, because one of my things too, I want a tow truck, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, look, I'm gonna get a tow truck. You want to drive it for me? Since you don't want to invest in it, you want to drive. I'll pay you like $100 a day or something. I don't know, or you want to go have something or something.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bro, I don't want to tow cars. I'm like, bro, to be honest with you, I'm in a better place than him, financially, and like I have more kind of a better job, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do it. Bro, if I had a tow truck at my house right now, I'll go take this thing off and I'll go tow your car right now. I swear to God, I'll do it because it's mine and it's my job. There's no I don't know, like, you gotta get dirty.
Yeah.
You gotta get dirty.
I think that's you just hit it right there. You have to get dirty.
have
There's
to.
no way that you can progress and be successful without getting dirty. You gotta get dirty.
And once you don't have to get dirty, you still gotta get dirty. You know, because
Yes.
I don't have to,
Yeah.
but I want to, because that's what got me here.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's gonna get my other business booming, and another business. You can't be. Let's say I'm successful here. Let's say I'm already killing it in this game, right? And I want to open like anything else. I'm not gonna hop into that industry or that business booming. I gotta learn from the bottom.
Yeah. Start
Like,
from the bottom.
literally,
Get dirty.
get dirty.
That's awesome.
It's,
Like I said, thanks Eddie for coming out here. Yeah. I mean,
thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate this.
yeah, this is
It's cool.
a great experience. I love this thing. I wish you nothing but success. I mean, in a few years, I may be contacting you and be like, hey, you interested in franchising?
Let's
'Cause
do it,
that's
man.
Something that
Yeah.
obviously, could do, but obviously you got to,
This is the first of many. We'll definitely do something like that.
yeah. Cool, man.